Characters can make or break a book, so authors need to make their characters exciting and memorable. I usually just dislike the main character because they're not as relatable or entertaining as the fun side characters who are just easier to understand. My name is Brenna, and I did my scenario on character development and novel writing. Everybody comes up with their own characters differently, but many successful authors try to see things from their character's point of view. For me personally, I like to just think of the base idea of what I want the character for and how I want them to change over the course of the book or just whatever I need them for. And I like to just draw a little sketch of them, maybe 2 or 3 or more than that, and that just really helps me visualize the character better, and it helps me come up with ideas for the character. And then I like to just do a little online personality test, but from the point of view of my character, because that gets me thinking into different things that I wouldn't think of about the character before I took the test. So I'm gonna have a little example clip of that, and I'll just show you how that works, basically. So I just pulled up this test. It doesn't have to be anything special. I just got this one because it was the first result, and I thought it would work well. So the character that I'm working on for this needs to be quiet and stealthy and not great at talking to people because she doesn't get very good chances to talk to other people with her job. That's just a basic little summary of her, but I had to keep that in mind while taking the test. I didn't know a ton about what I wanted to do with her when I was taking the test, so that's normally how I take the tests. I just go into it knowing definitely some details about what I want the character to do and be like, and generally their personality, but it's really helpful to have the test to think of some things that you may not have thought of before about your character. And you can take as many or as little tests as you want. You don't even have to take any at all, but I just find it really helpful. And I also like to just think of hypothetical situations, like if my character went to a pool party, what would they do? Just something like that, and think of their reactions to a situation versus yours or even another one of your characters. When I take the test, I spend a lot of time taking them. This footage is sped up, so I'm not actually answering those questions that fast. I like to take my time and make sure that each answer is right. I can go back and choose a different answer if I don't like my previous one. I am cursed with always hating my main character and favoring their sibling or friend or whatever other side characters there are. This happened with what I'm working on now for my scenario. The original main character, Adira, was going to be the main point of view, but as you can see, I preferred her brother, Noel, and to solve this problem, I decided that I wanted to use both of the siblings' points of view. I wanted them to contrast each other, because Noel was wrapped up in all the things that other people tell him he has to do, whereas Adira is more free-spirited and cares more about how she feels. I hope that with 2 different points of view and 2 characters, it will give everybody reading it somebody to relate to in at least some ways. Because when characters aren't relatable, a story becomes less interesting and less fun to read. Obviously, my writing could use some work, and my characters definitely have a lot more potential to develop, and I have lots of time to work on them. So I am really excited to see where my writing goes, and writing has been an almost lifelong dream of mine, so I'm really excited to see how this helps me. My challenge for everybody watching is to come up with your own character. You don't have to do this, of course, but if you want to, it's really fun and you may surprise yourself. So just remember the tips that I used in this video and try to think from the character's point of view and try to make your character unique. Good luck!